Michelle, we'll start with you.
Okay.
Why do you think the Ant-Man movies resonate with audiences around the world?
Well, I think they not only are they, they have a lot of action and adventure and fantasy, but there's also there's so much heart. And I think that's sort of, and the humor involved, and it's really smart. I think, and in some ways, Ant-Man feels like a genre all its own. It feels different than other superhero movies. So I think it's new and it's fresh and it's unexpected. The characters are really based in reality, but they're set in this fantasy world. And it sort of probably just taps into everyone's desire to be a superhero. Yeah.
When Janet returns from the quantum realm after 30 years, what is she like, and how does that impact her relationship with her daughter Hope?
Well, Janet has been down in the quantum realm for 30 years, and I think at a certain point really had doubts that she would ever leave the quantum realm. And I think when she is reunited with her husband Hank and her daughter Hope, it's just like a dream come true, and I think she's just relishing, and savoring every moment with them. And yet, she's decided to really keep a lot of the details of what went down there. In fact, mostly everything that went down there a secret. Some of it out of shame, some of it out of a desire and a need to protect her family. And then when they find themselves all together down in this parallel universe, she is really forced to not only try to keep her family alive, but to tell the truth about things, and in a place where she never, ever had hoped to see again.
Michael, describe the relationship between Janet and Hank, and how does that carry over to the quantum realm?
Well, I guess you have to break up the relationship with Janet and Hank into different sections. There was the sections from the first Ant-Man when they were both a team working together and fighting the evils of the world, and were married at the same time, partners in crime and working together. And then you have a 30-year separation, which we don't know without having any contact between each other as to what actually went down. And then this time now, when they're back together again, and although Quantumania doesn't really get into much of the relationship about how they're getting along or how they're getting before this incident happens, it takes us on this journey back into the quantum realm. You can get a sense that they are equals. This is a woman, my wife, who suffers no idiots. Very bright. I think we have a kind of a professional relationship, mutual respect, but like to kind of give everybody a little bit of a little zeist once in a while, just a little bit of an edge to keep it all going. And who knows? I think that this whole experience of being down there has brought them, with all the years of absence, has brought them closer together than they'd ever had been before.
Michelle, describe how you and Michael were able to bring that special relationship to life.
How were we able to bring it to life? Acting?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what we do. Is we sort of work together to develop this relationship and bring reality to it. I bring my my life, of being married to my husband for 30 years, and Michael brings, his experience, and yeah, and then, it helps. We like each other, I think we have, we both have been around a long time, and I don't find our approach to acting different, and sometimes people can have such a very different approaches to acting. It can maybe sort of get in the way of each other, but no, it was fun.
Michael, describe the relationship between Hank and Kathryn.
Reminds him probably pretty much of his relationship with his daughter, Evangeline. Feisty, independent, always trying to show what she's capable of doing more than I anticipate or expect. Always ahead of the curve. Probably Hope was like that, highly ambitious, very smart mind, but trying to keep some kind of control over the whole situation, and not really knowing whether you can or not, whether you have that power. Deeply fond of her. Wonderful to want to see the way she's going to turn out. Just not expecting her to move as quickly as she does.
How do Hope, Scott, Janet, Hank, and Cassie end up in the quantum realm, and what is their plan once there?
Well, they were all doing a little experimenting behind my back. That's how we all ended up in the quantum realm. And Janet is not happy about it, but doesn't really have time to deal with that, because once they do end up in the quantum realm, it's about survival. And it's about Janet using her knowledge, her skills, her relationships, to try to keep them safe and get them out of there as quickly as she can.
Michael, what does Janet's family and the audience learn about her as she navigates the quantum realm?
Our family, when you say Janet's family, I think, our family is reminded after their absence of just how qualified she is, and how good she is, and how she likes to lead, and although she was not responsible for putting us in this dire situation, she's instrumental in getting us out. So I think that she has a great ability to take on leadership. And because she has also the responsibility of knowing the quantum realm better than anybody else, she can't really share or have a chance to share the burden. So it's a tremendous burden that she carries the mantle very well as reevaluating some of her previous relationships down there in the quantum realm.
How would you describe the quantum realm and its potential impact on the MCU moving forward?
I don't know. I think, well, hopefully they'll be able to use this set over and over again. It seems to be where everybody's heading, down here to the quantum realm. They did a brilliant job. I mean, Peyton Reed, our director, and the production design team and everything else created really a spectacular world in this quantum realm, using all sorts of imagery. We were speaking to Peyton earlier in terms of the use of electron microscopes and developing. It's a very psychedelic world in a lot of areas, in a lot of places, and it seems it's not so much what the world is, but what people bring to that world. We get some sense that there's some mining going on to some degree, although we don't exactly know what it is that's being mined down there. But I'm sure that'll come up in some other Marvel films in the future. But it really is a place that lets whoever comes down there bring their influence and power. And I think it'll be a strong starting point in this sort of phase 5, which I guess Quantumania is the beginning of it, involving Kang and the quantum realm. So it'll be exciting to see what the future holds.